Yet another goal of the season by Giroud. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome to Arsenal Guru. It's the post-game review between Red Star Belgrade versus Arsenal. I have to say that is not the greatest performance from us once again. If we were to compare it to Barty Borisov, I would say that this is a much worse from that game. We didn't really create a lot of chance compared to that game, and we only scored one goal. A sensational goal by Giroud, and it could have been a goal of the season once again, and we'll have to see until the season ends. This is probably one of the best contenders so far for the season that it could be in the goal of the season. First, let's analyze our lineup. A much expected starting 11 as I predicted in the pre-game. There are only two differences from what I predicted. Cech is in for Ospina in goal. I don't know what the hell is going on with Ospina. Probably he picks up an injury because he didn't start in this game and he's not even on the bench, so that's why Cech is in for him. Another one is Elneny start as a central back three, and Holding is on the left hand side instead of in the middle as I predicted. So there's no Monreal and Wilshere for this game, which I'm sure that they will start in the game against Everton on Sunday. All youngsters are on the bench like the game against Barty Borisov as expected once again. Now we're going to move on to the first half. The first 5 minutes was all Red Star Belgrade. We were just defending, and then when we get the ball back, we just give the ball straight back at them, and that's why we were defending for pretty much the first 5 minutes. The first chance came right after that. The first 9 build up down on the left hand side, which get Walcott through in front of the goal, but he takes too much time and too many touches in front of the goal, which he finally ended up couldn't get the shot out, and that was a wasted chance. After that, we only get another chance in the first half, which is from the 14th minute. When we get the free kick, Wilshere crossed the ball in, no one gets to the ball, and then it dropped in the box. Holding was the first one to react to the ball, which he hits/pass to Walcott, which he shoots with his weaker left foot, and it was a good save by the goalkeeper. He was able to save by his right foot as he was going away from the ball. A nice reaction by the goalkeeper. I have to say that they did a really excellent job on the counter attack from our corner, because every time when we get a corner, they can get counter attack from us right away, and then they almost threw every time. Thank God that they couldn't finish the play and get the goal. Red Star Belgrade have two really good chances after that. The first one was from the corner. They crossed the ball in and the header hits the bar, which is really unlucky for them because from that corner it must be a goal because no one was competing for that ball. No one go against Red Star Belgrade player from that corner and everyone just watching by Arsenal player. We were so lucky that it didn't went in. Another chance came when they get through on the right hand side. They were able to cross the ball in. Nelson missed the interception, and then one of their players was able to hold up the ball, and which he volleyed the ball, and it's saved by Cech. It was a really good save, and after that they were able to get another shot out, but it was blocked by Nelson, so we were relieved after that. I have to say that we were really lucky that we didn't concede any goal in the first half. Based on those two chances from Red Star Belgrade, they could have been 2 up and we could have been 2 down, which is, I would say, quite reasonable in a way because we were poor in that first half once again. I don't understand why. It could have been the formation. I don't know, like the formation is still not working in the way that I expect it to be, so we'll have to see as how it goes because we could not create any chances at all. What happened was the back three at the back, the midfield, and also the front three was always on the other side. And it created a lot of space between the back three and the midfield, which we cannot pass the ball. All we did was do the long pass and we give the ball away. So that is the problem that Arsene Wenger and the coaches have to fix it ASAP. Because if that's happening, there's no chance that we're going to create a goal or going forward because they can get the ball back and they can come back straight at our back three and we can concede a goal. Especially if we go against a stronger side with the quality, I'm sure that we'll concede a goal for sure. For the second half, Red Star Belgrade started off the game really well because they came straight right after the kickoff and it was a good sliding tackle by Elneny that stopped the play. Otherwise, it could have been through for the first goal of the game. After that, we see a good response from halftime because we were able to create chances after that, which is a good thing to see because we didn't create enough chances in the first half at all. But still that we couldn't get a goal. After that, there's not much going on. We're just going back and forth and there wasn't a real chance between both sides. The turning point is when Coquelin got an elbow from Red Star Belgrade player and then he got a bruise on his, on his right hand side, and then that gives the player a second yellow and a red card, which somehow I don't think, okay, it could have been harsh for him. It makes sense in a way because he get a bruise and then he was bleeding, but there was nothing much in that tackle. But I don't know how, because two players were competing for the ball and I don't think it is a yellow card, so I would say that it's kind of harsh and lucky for us. I thought that we couldn't capitalize on that, but we did with a spectacular goal from Giroud. A nice link up for the front three between Giroud, Walcott, and Wilshere. Wilshere was able to turn away from two players and was able to pass it to Walcott, and then he created a space for Walcott to pass it back to him, which he flicks back to Walcott, and Walcott takes it back inside the box, which is surprisingly, because if it's not too high for him, I'm sure that he's going to go for the goal, but he hits it back inside the box, which falls to Giroud. I thought that Giroud wasn't able to get anything from that goal, but somehow he was adjusting his foot and was able to create a goal out from nothing, because he was turning away from the goal, and somehow he was able to manage a shot, and which we get a goal from that. It was totally a surprise for me, because I was just watching. It's like there's nothing going on, and suddenly, hey, we get a goal after that, which is quite a surprise. And then after that goal, there was nothing much going on, and that's how the game ends, with 1-0. Not the most convincing performance from us once again, but we were able to get the job done with only one goal. Now we got 9 straight points from 3 games in Europa League, which is a good thing to see. So we don't have to worry much about this game or the next 3 games in Europa League, because we pretty much guarantee that we qualify for this round. And now we can just kind of play our youngster for the next 3 games. Or it could have been the same team, I would say, that we're going forward from here. So we'll have to see on that, because I don't know how Ospina are going to select the team, because now we have Wilshere that is still knocking on the first team spot, and now the Europa League is pretty much done, so now he can be knocking on that spot, and which I think he will start in some game, because especially November and December is coming up, and January, so we'll have to see how we rotate players. Let me know what you guys think about the game and Giroud's goal. Do you think that is going to be the goal of the season or others? Down in the comments below. And also don't forget to give a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next game.